Today's guests are from Las Vegas, and they're one of the most important bands in rock music today. Their debut album, Hot Fuss, is triple platinum in the US, quadruple platinum in the UK, and a hit all over the world. Their follow-up is equally impressive and also a hit, and it's called Sam's Town. Sound Off welcomes Brandon Flowers and Ronnie Vannucci from The Killers. Brandon, Ronnie, great to have you. Welcome to Sound Off, man. Thanks. Really excellent to have you guys come by, and you know what a fan I am of the band, so we're pumped to have you today. I want to talk to you guys about how The Killers started out, and I mean, there's all great stories about how you guys had worked in jobs in Las Vegas, your hometown. One of yours, Brandon, was working in the hotel. You were a bellhop for a while. Was that one of your main jobs that you had?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of bounced around from restaurants and golf courses and everything. But when we got signed, I was working at a place called the Gold Coast.
And what was that like?
It was a real Western-themed hotel. We have the National Finals Rodeo once a year, and all the cowboys stay at the Gold Coast.
Yeah, that's a place they feel the most comfortable, right?
Yeah, that's the kind of place it is.
Now tell me how you guys ended up getting together, because I know that you were in a ska band for a while, and you had a synth-pop band for a while that you were in before the band got together. Tell me about how the four members ended up forming and where you all met.
Dave put out, Dave got on a bus and just got off at, instead of LA, got off at Las Vegas and stayed. And he wanted to start up a serious band, put an ad in the paper, and Brandon responded to it. They met up, and I think they immediately started writing songs, right?
Yeah.
And Dave had a roommate on bass, and they put another ad out for a drummer, and that happened for a little while. And
well, I mean, because if you think about it, when you listen to your first record, right from the beginning of Hearing Genuine, who's a friend of mine, you hear it's very musical. Everything from every part of it, from the keys to the bass line that Mark's playing, is just really melodic, and there's a lot going on. So there's always something happening. It's a Beatles record where there's, every instrument is taking a lead somewhere, whether it's drums and vocals. So that was the kind of thing that you really wanted to have, somebody that could play in that kind of aspect, right? Be able to be very musical.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of the game.
Yes. Okay, so tell me, were you guys surprised when you found out that you could keep the name The Killers? Because I mean, that's such a great name that you would have thought somebody would have had it before.
We were really surprised.
Yeah, we thought. I mean, we looked all over the place. We scoured, the internet, and we found a band called Killer, or there was never The Killers.
They took the name as for a band name legally.
And all of a sudden, the EP came out in England, and I mean, the press was just like, whew, people went crazy. They heard the tracks. Tell me how those early shows were when you went over there. The first couple of shows.
Those were fun. I mean, none of us had ever been overseas before, so we were kind of looking at it, it was like Christmas almost. We get to fly over to England and go to a place we've never been before, much less played. And when we got there, it was during the heat wave of 02, was it 02 or 03?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but it was just really, really sunny there, and it's just, everybody, all the chicks were all of a sudden really good looking, and you're taking the tube for the first time, and it was just an experience. And we played these shows, and we never had a reception like that, and it was great. Brandon fell off the stage a couple times. It was good.
It's amazing. Somebody told me it came out here, of course, as the first U.S. single. I mean, it blew up, and people loved it. I mean, it was one of the, not only was a huge alternative hit, but it was a big pop hit as well. Was that a surprise to you guys when that all went down, when you saw this thing starting to happen? I mean, you knew you had great songs, didn't you, at that point? Or
we felt real confident about the songs. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah. It was, it just caught fire.
Yeah. We didn't have any we didn't know how the game worked yet. We didn't know about the numbers, how many records you have to sell, or the radio stations. We didn't know that game at all, and so we were confident in ourselves. We knew we had something good, but we didn't know where it was going to go because we just were totally unfamiliar with the game.
Speaking of nerve-wracking situations, that Live 8 performance was fantastic that you did of all these singles. It was really one of the most uplifting moments of that day, I thought. I mean, it was just so stellar, and it felt right for the day, and the fact that you had the choir. Tell me how that experience was for you, walking on stage and actually getting to do one song but blowing people away. How was that experience all around?
We felt good about the song that we played, and that was just a great, you're doing, people are asking you to do something that's actually helping, and it's what you do and what you love, and you get to see all these great people I mean, how that lineup was ridiculous.
Yeah. Let's go. I want to shift back a minute to something off Hot Fuss. Mr. Brightside became a huge hit across the board. A big alternative track and one of the biggest pop songs. When you listen to Mr. Brightside and you really think about it, it has this kind of the cool attack, but you never expect it to be a big pop song, but people felt it and took that to heart. It's another song. It's like a story, Brandon, right? About somebody. It's that jealousy thing and that whole push and pull. Yeah. And tell me a bit about when you wrote that song, where the ideas came from.
I was a real jealous person.
Yeah. Was that autobiographical at any point?
That's one of the, yeah. That's a real deal. There was a girl who's a woman now.
Yeah.
That when we were 18 or 19, just a couple kids.
Yeah. Well, guys, I want to thank you for coming by and doing this. I think Sam's Town is a great album. I'm really excited about it. Both albums are great, and you guys did me proud. Of course, you guys always do. The whole record's great. So thanks for coming by and doing this.